Hi, Grandma Debbie here. So tonight we're going to have Olive Garden salad and a copycat of the breadsticks. Now the salad recipe, believe it or not, I found it on the back of croutons. The whole recipe is right here. Isn't that awesome? So I thought, I love their salad. I'm going to give it a try. And their breadsticks, of course. Who doesn't like breadsticks? So we're going to get started on it. It's going to take a little bit of time. So bear with me on this. So the first thing we're going to do is I've got out my rolls. I'm using these kind of rolls. I'm not doing it by scratch. You can if you want, but I'm not going to. So, all right, so let's get going on this though. Okay, so I have a cookie sheet that I put parchment paper down on. I'm going to get out a couple of rolls. And I'm going to let them thaw out. I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do 8 breadsticks. It's just for me and my husband, but you know what? We both love their breadsticks, so we're going to give it a try. So these are going to sit here for a little bit until they thaw out, and then I'm going to roll them into the shape of the breadsticks, and we'll continue on from there. So I will bring you back for it. Okay, so the dough has thawed out a little bit, so we're going to form each one of them into a long breadstick. So all you're going to do is you're just going to roll it up until it forms a breadstick. You know what I'm going to get is, I'm going to get some cooking spray or some flour, I'm sorry. Much better. Now these are not going to be as long as you would get when you go to Olive Garden. You can kind of stretch it out if you want. So it actually, the ingredients actually asked for Parkerhouse roll dough. However, they did not have that at my grocery store, so maybe that makes a difference. I don't know. Using the flour does help roll these things out. So after we get this done, we're going to brush it with some butter, some melted butter, and we're going to let them sit for about a half hour until they've risen. Oh, that one came out a little bit better. Okay, so now we're just going to brush on some melted butter. just to kind of keep them moist. Okay, now we're just going to leave these sitting here for about 30 minutes until they rise a little bit more. And I will bring you back when it's time for that. Okay, so I'm just going to move these over to where the stove is. I'm going to start preheating it to, what am I preheating it to? I don't even know. I'm preheating it to 375, so I'm just going to move this on over there. Okay, we're going to start making the salad. And like I said, I'm going to follow the instructions on the back of the crouton bag. Now, I am not going to add any of the dressing. I'm going to let each person add their own dressing. I don't like a lot of dressing on mine, and neither does my husband, so we're just going to do our own when we have it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to add is I'm just going to add a bag of salad that has the iceberg lettuce. I've got to cut open the bag. It doesn't want to tear. Okay, so we got that going in there. All right, then I am going to slice up a fourth of the red onion. So let's just slice this thing up. I'm only going to do a fourth. Okay, let me put this in the garbage. I'll be right back. Okay, so you're just going to slice it into thin slices. And then I'm going to break them up a little bit. It doesn't say to do that, but I'm going to. Just because it makes it nicer. When you want to go to eat it, they're already broken up. And these are some fragrant red onions. So my husband and I, the other night, we were talking about why do they call this a red onion when it's purple? Do you guys know? I have no idea. I guess I need to Google it because I have no clue. I mean, shouldn't they call it purple onion? I would think, right? Okay, so we got that done. And now we're going to add some olives. And I'm just using the extra large can of olives. Let me drain them. Now, it doesn't say, it says to add 6 to 12. I like a lot of olives. I like olives in general, so I'm going to probably do a little more than 12, but that's okay. All right, so now I'm going to wash my hands. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to add pepperoncinis. Now, I did not look to see what kind of pepperoncinis we had. I just knew we had some. So you're actually supposed to use the whole ones, but I'm not going to. I'm going to just use the chopped or sliced, whatever they're called. Let me find my little jar thing. I probably should have had my husband open these before he left for work today. Whew. All right, so I'm just going to add some. I don't know how many, but I'm going to add some. And I'm going to dump them all over the place. Now, I'm not a huge fan of pepperoncinis. My husband is. I am not. So I'm not going to add that many. So I think that's going to be plenty. Okay, and then I'm going to add Roma tomatoes. And so I'm just going to, it says to slice them. I don't know. I guess we could just slice them into small little slices, thin slices. But you know what? I'm going to take the slices and I'm going to cut them in half and then into fourths because I don't necessarily want a whole slice shoved in, you know. I mean, you got to cut it up at some point. So let's just do this. And I'm using 2. It says 1 to 2 small. So I think I'm going to not do the whole thing. Just do part of it. I happen to like tomatoes, so to me it doesn't matter if we use all of them, all of it. Okay, and so now I'm just going to mix this up, and I'm just going to use my hands to mix it. I can't find my salad tongs. I need to do some research as to where they disappeared to. All right, so when we go to serve it, we're going to add some, we're going to add the salad dressing, the croutons, and some Parmesan cheese. But doesn't this just look delicious? I think so. I will take a picture of it or show you when we're done. Okay, so I just put the rolls into the oven. They're going to be cooking for about 10 plus minutes. You're going to cook them until they're golden brown. And then after they come out, you're going to cover them again with butter. And then you're going to sprinkle a little bit of garlic salt. Now, I don't have garlic salt. I only have garlic powder. So I'm going to skip the salt because we don't really need all the additional sodium. So we are going to, when each person makes their own plate, bowl, whatever, we're going to add this salad dressing along with some croutons and Parmesan cheese. So when everything is ready, I will bring you back. Okay, so the rolls are done. I'm pulling them out of the oven. And I'm going to add some more butter to them. And the butter is just seeping in. Okay, and then on top of each one, I'm just going to add a little bit of garlic powder. And like I said, the recipe calls for garlic salt. However, I do not have garlic salt. I only have garlic powder, so that's what we're going to use. All right, so dinner is pretty much ready. So I just want to thank you for coming along with me on this journey. I hope that you have enjoyed it. Hope you try these recipes. I was amazed when I was eating a salad the other day and I happened to look at the back of the bag of croutons. Never thought to look back there unless I'm looking at the nutritional value of things. And when I saw the recipe, I was like, oh my word, I have to try it because I love their salad and I love their breadsticks. So why not do them at home if I'm able to? So that's what I decided to do. So once again, though, I did change up the recipe just a tad bit. I used different rolls and what it called for. I did not use garlic salt. I'm not adding the salad dressing on top. When I go to Olive Garden, which is very rare, I always ask for the salad dressing on the side because I don't like that much salad dressing. They drench it, and I don't like that. So, that's what I do. So that's what we're going to do tonight too. We're just going to put it on the side when it is time to eat it. All right. Well, once again, thank you for coming along with me. I hope that everything's going great and you're having an amazing day. Hit that like, hit the share, and hit the like, hit the share, and hit the subscribe button. All right. I will talk to you soon. Bye.